YouTube, welcome back to my channel. I'm your host TKK and we are back with another video, guys. Hopefully you all are doing well. Thanks a lot for tuning into this video. Definitely appreciate the support. Any comments, definitely appreciate it. That's what it's all about, getting some engagement going. And so I just wanted to try to have a follow-up discussion about the TV shootout. I had to take some more time and go through the content. And I know these live streams with the shootouts are pretty long. It's a lot of content to have to go through. But in my opinion, it's the experience of it all. Just seeing the partnership with like FOMO, Whisper Status, and the other guests that were put onto the show to, discuss and, bring you guys that information. So pretty good stuff there. I did want to take some time within this video and kind of talk a little bit about Sony. I've already seen some interesting comments within my prior video, so I definitely appreciate you guys for chiming in, spending the time to go through and leave some comments. As I said, that's the most important thing to me. And I've been called a shill, well, not myself, but just people in general. I just want to take a moment and just speak about, why I believe that Sony deserves the type of support that they do get, right? Or the type of respect that they get from the consumers. So I can totally understand like a person doing their own thing. It's your prerogative to buy a product based on price and affordability. I think you should make the wise executive decision to go after what you can afford. Don't put yourself in a position where you're buying into something based on the fact that it's just hyped there or it's more than what you can afford. That just makes absolutely no sense at all. Okay. And I mean, across the board, you should live your life this way. It doesn't matter if it's TVs, a car, a piece of furniture, a microwave, whatever it is, get what you can afford to get. Me personally, I do that also, but I'll take my time to save or put myself financially in a position so that when I do make that purchase, I can get what I need to get. So one of the tips and tricks that I use is if I know that I'm going to be saying, hey, I want to buy LG G5 next year, it's time to start saving now. It's time to start putting 50, 120, whatever away now so that you can get yourself in position. It's time to start paying that credit card bill off or whatever it is now so that you can finance that TV when it comes out next year. And in my opinion, doing that puts you in the best position where you can afford it. You didn't have to take out some crazy loan to get what you wanted to get. And so for the talking point on the Sony tax, I mean, it kind of is what it is, guys. But more importantly, I believe that Sony deserves the type of respect that they've got because of the support that they've offered you. So let me just share a little bit of an experience that I personally had, right? So I've got about 700 videos on my channel. We've been making the television and the review type of content for about 3.5 years, right? And so on a many of different videos, I have had different employees, both male and female, apply comments on my different videos from Sony directly. I have no involvement with these people. I've never shaken a hand, had like a specific discount or a deal done with them, but they've chimed into the comments, right? Add to that, I do live in the United States. The most successful electronic chain in the United States is Best Buy. You can go into Best Buy stores and not only will you, in many cases, get an employee that Sony has did some type of a handshake deal to provide them with labor so that they can be there to speak specifically, but you can also deal with an employee from Sony too, depending on when you go. I'm sure they have different schedules in different stores that they may cover in their different districts or regions or whatever the case might be. I digress. The point is they have put themselves on the forefront, right, to be in a position to discuss with the community. And it's not something that you get a lot from a lot of other people. Now, when I'm talking about these companies being inside these brick and mortar stores like a Best Buy, we're talking about direct Sony employees, not like a third party company that represents the brand. We're talking about like actual Sony associates, which are very similar to when I'm looking at my comments from like a Larry, or there's all the different names I don't remember. They're leaving comments on my videos talking, giving me thumbs up or saying what their thoughts are and sending me emails. I'm not gonna lie, I've got a couple of Sony contacts where I've had discussions with these people, and we've been able to talk about some different things. And I have been put in a position where I could get a Sony discount. I haven't taken advantage of it, but I also haven't need to because of the things I talked about in the earlier portion of the video. I just believe that if you have a company that puts forth the legwork to support even if it's just to act like you want to listen to the consumer, the general public, the content creators. Like, we put this stuff out. Like, this stuff gets made popular based on people like myself. Not to say that it's only me, but the many of different people that go to CES with their camera phones, with their cameras, recording content is exactly why these companies have the type of recognition that they have, right? We are the voice. And so if you've got a company that's going out there listening to the voices of the many different men and women making content, there it is. That's all we want. That's all we want, is a seat at the table. Now, we may not be able to say, hey, and I say, when I say we, I'm talking me, you, all of us, right? We might not all be able to chime in and say what we want done and have that thing done immediately. For example, we've been talking about more than 2 HDMI 2.1 ports for how long? I'm not sure. It's been a long time, right? We've been talking about this for a very long time. You know, people now want more than 120 hertz refresh rate. I mean, like, there's always going to be some things that you are not going to like about a specific TV panel. As I've said many times, and I'll say now, there is no such thing as a perfect TV panel. You may buy that one TV that was just so great to you, so freaking phenomenal to you. C9 was it for me. You know, that was one of the greatest of all time, in my opinion, because it came at a time where it changed the game and it offered me something that was so good for so long. And then the runner-up model I actually had and didn't like. I mean, you will run into those every now and again, but it's just not going to be the case. Year after year, there's going to be something that you don't like in totality about what the product is that has been produced. And it's totally okay. So that's why we make this content. But I'm very proud of Sony for the putting their best foot forward with the A95L. Some people say, hey, you know, it came out so late last year. It was an early 24 model. Maybe that was their spin. I don't know. The A95K also came out late in 2022. You know, I just think that, you know, I think they did the right thing by just putting all of their chips into that barrel of the A95L. And from this shootout, which is only one event, you guys don't need to get so uptight about it winning across the board or how it won. It's a great TV. You don't like it because of the cost or whatever the case, that's totally fine. Chime in the comments what your thoughts are about that. I just wanted to get this piece out because I seen some great engagement, and it was so much content that I was reading through the comment sections. I believe I hit every comment with some type of acknowledgement or reaction. I wanted to come back with a video talking about it. So I'm going to catch you guys on the next video. We got a lot of content I got to get shot. I got to get this Bravia Theater 9 bar shot. I got a controller review, bunch of reviews, and I got some gaming stuff that I'm working on. Link to my gaming channel is going to be down in the description. If you want to support, please get to subscribing over there. I got to get to 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours so I can get it monetized so we can start making some money playing some video games. That's been a nice release for me going through the different things that I was going through over the last 2 months. But I digress. I'm going to catch you guys on the next video. Peace, God bless, and as I always say, max love.